Hi there, this is Carol, and I'm subbing for Dina this week. So as you come in, you can just come into a comfortable seat and come sitting up tall. And just take some natural breaths. I'm going to work on opening your chest today. Continue to deeply breathe. And during this time of all this turmoil and change, the social injustice that we're witnessing and the uprising, and the effects of having been cooped up inside and socially distancing, changed us a lot. So we're going to open our hearts and our minds in this practice, because it's only by opening our hearts and our minds that we make room for differences in opinion, to take in something new and to take on new perspectives. So continue in your natural breathing pattern. We're going to begin with a mudra. So a hand position, and it's Tarjana Mudra. Just wanted to make sure I got it right. So Tarjana Mudra. You're going to bring your hands up, make slight fists, but keeps your fingertips up, your index finger. Interlace your index fingers and bring them right about at the solar plexus. So I'm going to stand up back here a little bit. So more at the solar plexus area. And then pull and feel the chest and the heart open. Loosen the grasp. And we'll do that one more time. And we'll hold it for about 30 seconds. So index fingers together, elbows apart. Draw the elbows away from each other and breathe. And think of expanding through your chest. Breathe in your upper back. Lower. And you're at your solar plexus, halfway between your heart and your navel. Two more breaths. And then release. Shake out your hands. And now we're going to come onto the mat on hands and knees. So coming down to the floor. Hands under the shoulders, knees hip distance apart. You're going to press through your hands, lengthen the spine. Just be here for a minute or two and breathe in the rib cage all the way around. Back ribs, front ribs, and then the chest. So I'm subbing for Dina today, who had another commitment. My name is Carol Confino. Welcome to class. And now we're going to round and arch the back. So on an exhale, bring your mid-back up toward the ceiling. Hold there and breathe into the back body. Expand across the upper back. And then on an inhale, lift your head and chest. Bring your rib cage up toward your chest and down toward the floor and arch and breathe. And now move between the two. Exhale, round the back. Inhale, arch. Exhale, round. Inhale, arch. And then come back to neutral. And on an exhale, come back on your knee, like kind of a child's pose. We're going to inhale and bring the arms up toward the ceiling, up on your knees. Bring your hands in towards your chest on an exhale. And then bring your arms out to a T on the inhale. Exhale, come down to child's pose. You're going to flow through that 2 more times. Inhale up. Hands come to your heart. You can add a slight back bend if you'd like. Inhale, the arms come out to a T. Exhale, down into child's pose. Do that 1 more time. Inhale up. Hands to the heart. Open the arms to a T. And exhale, come down. Stay there for a couple of breaths. And then if you can come up on your knees or sit back on your heels and inhale up. Exhale, bring your hands down. Inhale up. Exhale down. And once more. Up and down. And then come back on your knees. And you can do puppy with your knees on the floor or do a down dog. So you can tuck your toes under, hands nice and grounded, your hips come back, press back in your heels, lift your knees, and then straighten one leg, bend the opposite knee, alternating sides if you're doing down dog. And then maybe bring both heels toward the floor. Take another breath. Then come back on your knees. Round the back. Arch the back. Come back to neutral. And repeat puppy or down dog. So tuck your toes. Lift your hips or stay on your knees and just come back. So puppy is just back like this. Down dog is up. And breathe. Take 2 more breaths. And on an inhale, come to table. Come back to child's pose just for a breath or 2. Shake out your wrists, move your fingers if you need to. And then come up to table. And we're going to come to standing. So you can either come from table or do a down dog. And then from here, walk or step your feet forward and bring yourself up. We're going to do a little variation now. So now that you're up, feel your feet on the floor. Feel the 3 points of the feet on the floor. And the variation is going to be on how we come into a forward fold. So first, we're just going to come halfway down. So I'm going to go to the side. And we're going to bring our arms up. And exhale. Bend your knees and bring your hands to your thigh. Now lengthen your spine away from the tailbone and go as deep in your hips as you can. And first, we're just going to, on the exhale, bring the thighs back. And then bend the knees. Thighs back. Bend the knees. Do that 2 more times. And your legs don't have to go straight. Next time your legs go as straight as they're willing to go, you can stay right here. If you need the support, the hands stay on the legs. If you can lift your hands off your legs, see if you can bring your arms into cactus. Notice the different part of your back that's feeling the work. Lengthen the spine. Maybe bring your arms out to a T. Again, you're bringing in different muscles of your back. And then let the hands come down to the legs. Soften the knees, bring the arms up. We're going to do that again, but we won't repeat the coming in and out. We're just going to bend the knees, bring the hands down to the thighs, bring the thighs back and stay there. Come into a cactus position, then out to a T, and then bring your hands down. Fold as deep as you can in the hips. Once you've gone as far as you can, if you want, add the release of the lower, mid, and upper back and hang or support yourself. Two more breaths. And then soften your knees. Come all the way up. Palms come together. Bring the hands down through prayer. Release the arms. And now facing toward the short side of your mat, have one foot forward and the other foot back. And bend and straighten that front knee a few times just to check to make sure your ankle, knee, and hip are all comfortable. You can make adjustments as needed. So now we're going to do some heart opening. We're going to bring the arms forward and up. Maybe bring the hands to the head. Bring the arms up and forward and down. So inhale, arms come up. Bring the hands to the head. Stay here. And just rest your hands on top of your head like this. And then open your hands, open up to the sky. Bring your hands to your heart. Lift your rib cage, open your chest. And then release the arms down, palms facing back, straighten the leg, reach back. Lift your rib cage, open the chest. With that little back bend, bend the front knee. Bring the arms forward and up, bring the hands to the top of your head. Getting some blood flow to the brain, bringing your focus to your head. Bring your arms up. Now bring your hands to your heart. Think of opening your heart. Then bring your arms up. Sweep them down and back as you straighten the front leg. And then bring your hands together in prayer and switch sides. So the opposite foot steps forward. Back foot is back. Adjust your position. Bend and straighten the front knee. Make sure that that back hip is coming forward. Knee, ankle, and hip on both sides are comfortable. And next time the knee bends, stay there. Bring your arms forward and up. Bring your hands to your head. Palms on top of the head. Just feel the sensations on the top of the head. Come up. Bring the arms forward and down and straighten the leg. So we'll repeat that and add in the heart. So bend the front knee, arms come forward and up. Bring the hands to the top of the head. Maybe lift your rib cage and open the chest. Arms come out and then back in toward the heart. Bring your arms up again. Straighten the leg, let the arms come back. Lift your rib cage, maybe open your chest, and we'll do one last one on this side. Bend the knee, let the arms come forward and up. Hands to your head. Arms come up. Hands rest at your heart. Bring the arms up. Release the arms down. Straighten the leg. And then step your feet together. Breathe into your heart. Breathe into your back. Think about calming and stilling so that your heart opens up to accept, to take in. And now we're going to step 1 foot back. And we're going to add a bend to the front knee. Bring the arms up. Bring the hands down to the thigh. And then bring that hip back. Bend the knee. Bring the hip back. Bend the knee. Bring the hip back. This can be your position for a pyramid. Or if you can go deeper, fold at the hip, go down as far as is comfortable. Hands can come down somewhere on your shin, can stay on your thigh, or go to the floor. And we're going to move between coming up and down. Feel free to have a bent knee and come up into warrior 1, but I'm going to keep my legs straight, and if you can, we're going to be coming in and out of this pyramid position. So press into the front foot, come up, exhale down. Inhale up, exhale down. And this time when you come up, stay here for 2 breaths. Maybe add a little back bend. And then come down and hold in your pyramid. So you can be down like this, hands on the leg, or maybe you have a bent knee and you're up a little bit. Two more breaths. Then soften the knee, let the arms come up. Hands come together, switch sides. Step the other foot back. We'll start with the bent knee. So arms come up, bend the knee, bring the hands to the thigh. Bring that hip back, just kind of warming up that hip joint, the knee. And then find the position that feels best for you, which may not be legs straight. You might need a little bend in your hip, knee. Fold at the hip as far as you can. Hands can stay here or move down. And now we're going to move out from pyramid, keeping the legs as straight as is comfortable for you. So press into the feet, arms come up, exhale down, come up, exhale down. Once more like this. And then come up. And on the exhale, come down and stay. Take 3 or 4 breaths here. One more breath. And then bend the knee a little bit. Bring your arms forward and up. Bring your hands together. Step the back foot forward. Release the arms. And we'll do a little side stretch, a crescent to each side. So inhale, bring the arms up. Press it to the right. Come back to center. Press it to the left. Come back to center. Bring the hands down through prayer. Release your arms. And we're going to do a balance pose. We'll do tree, but we're going to have the hands at the heart. So shift the weight to 1 foot. Angle the other leg out. Come up on the toes. Maybe lift the foot. Hand can come to the shin. Toe can stay on the floor, or you can bring your foot into your thigh. Arms, bring them at your heart. You can add in that mudra if you'd like, clasping the index fingers and drawing your elbows apart. and smile. Release your arms and your leg. Other side, both feet, shift to the standing leg, other leg gets lighter, foot can come to the shin with the toe on the floor, or maybe bring your foot up to your thigh, nice strong thigh, hands come in towards your heart, maybe add that mudra. Index fingers together, elbows going apart. Feel the chest and the upper back react to that mudra position. Release your arms and your leg. Take an inhale and an exhale. And we're going to fold forward, bring our hands to the floor, and step back into a down dog or to table. So inhale, bring your arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Bend your knees as much as you need to, and step back either into down dog or into table. Breathe here. So I'm going to introduce coming into cobra from here and coming back into either down dog or table. So I'm going to start with the easiest. You can start with your down dog if you're comfortable. Bend your knees. If you're doing with me, lower your hips down to the floor and bend your elbows and come all the way down. Breath or two. We're going to come up into cobra. Turn your head toward the floor. Lengthen your spine. Lift your head and chest. Maybe your arms come in. Now you can be in low cobra as well and stay there. So I'm going to start with low cobra to table. So notice how you are in low cobra. Bring yourself up to table. Now to come back into low cobra, you're going to bring your hips forward, bend your elbows, bring your abdomen down, keep your chest up, come into low cobra. Go back up to table. Now to go deeper, you can come up into high cobra, back to table, or cobra up dog to down dog. You can also come from down dog to cobra. So move between the two. So up dog and down dog, or table to cobra, or any variation. Doesn't matter how many, just make it comfortable for your body to move through. Stay there. If you're in down dog, bend your knees, come down. We're going to exhale down to a child's pose. Inhale, come up on the knees with the arms overhead, and we're going to do a twist. So arms come out to a T, one shoulder back, the other shoulder forward. Come back to center, opposite side, come back to center. Arms come up, fold forward into child's pose. Inhale, come up. Twist to one side, come back up. Twist to the other, come back up. Come down to child's pose. Do one more set to each, one more time. Inhale, come up. Twist to one side, come up. Twist to the other, come up. Exhale, come down. And then bring yourself up to a table, to a seated position. Shoulders down. Take a few breaths. And now we're going to bring the arms up. And if it's not comfortable to have your legs crossed as we fold forward, you can adjust your position a little bit, or even have your legs out and wide. And we're going to exhale, bring one hand behind your back, keep the other arm forward and fold forward. Inhale, come up, bring that back arm up. Opposite hand comes behind your back. Breathe into your heart. Inhale, switch sides. Exhale. Inhale, switch arms. Exhale. Come up, switch arms. Once more to each side. So come forward and back up. Switch sides. Last one. Come forward. Bring yourself up. Bring the hand behind your back, both hands behind your back. Bring your hands to the floor, lift your rib cage up and forward, shoulders come back and down. So a little back bend. Shake your head no. Bring your head back to center. And now from your seated position, I'm going to go back into that mudra. So index fingers come together, interlace. And we're going to breathe with this mudra and focus on filling the heart. So draw your elbows apart and take some deep breaths. Bring your hand down to your solar plexus and take a deep breath. Feel the muscles of your arms, your upper back, your chest. Relax the shoulders a little bit while still pulling those index fingers into one another. And then we take 2 more breaths with the mudra. And we're going to shift our hands to our chest and bring one hand on top of the other, the upper part of the chest, and just rest your hands there. This is a breath of joy that you breathe into your hands and your heart. Two more breaths. And on an exhale, let your hands come down to your legs, palm up. Just notice if your breath moves a little more in your chest and upper back now. And then bring your hands to your heart and surrender your head to your heart. And just take a couple of breaths. Namaste here. And then after this, lay down. I'm going to take just a short scan of your body and let you rest in your Shavasana for as long as you'd like. So I'd like to thank you for joining me. I honor that place in you of light, of love, of peace. Namaste. Release your arms. And then come down to rest on the floor for your final relaxation. And take in all the practice that we did today. Be aware of how your heart, your chest, your upper back, that whole heart opening area feels. In times of conflict, we often close our heart. We want to be open. Appreciate how change occurs by people opening their minds to different perspectives. And scan your body to see if you notice any resistance to the movement of your breath or the comfort of your body. Feel the back of your head. Think of creating space and length in your body from the crown of your head down through the neck. So your body feels long, just from the neck up. Soften your cheeks. Relax any resistance to lengthening. On the exhale, scan down through over your shoulders, down the arms. Release from your neck down along your spine. And then relax your legs from the hips all the way down to the feet. So again, I'd like to thank you for joining me today. As your body feels, you'll feel settled and comfortable, and you'll find a point when your body is ready to rise and go on about your day. Have a good day and a good weekend. And rest here in your Shavasana.